T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And go Korea 425, go SpaceX.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
It is a beautiful day for launch, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Vandenberg Space Force Base with payloads for 6 of our rideshare customers on board: Korea, Space BD, Citeo, D-Orbit, York Space Systems, and Planet IQ. Now, during ascent, we tilt the engines. The technical term for this is gimbaling, and that turns the rocket horizontally in what we call a gravity turn. We're still going up, but now we are also heading horizontally away from the launch pad.
Max Q.
There's the call out from Max Q. So moments ago, we throttled engines down in preparation for Max Q.
Nominal.
Good call-outs there that power and telemetry are nominal on board Falcon 9. Max Q is a critical moment during flight because the combined stresses caused by Falcon 9 accelerating through the atmosphere and the ambient static pressure are at their greatest. Now, the rocket typically needs to go around 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth and reach orbit, which is why we perform that gravity turn. You can track our progress to orbit by keeping an eye on the Stage 1 telemetry in the bottom corner of your screen. Now we have 6 events coming up in quick succession: MECO, Stage SEP, S1 Flip, SES1, Boost Back Burn, Start, and Fairing Separation. During main engine cutoff, we'll shut down the 9 Merlin 1D engines, which is followed by stage separation.
Nominal trajectory.
Nominal trajectory on board Falcon 9. Once separated from the second stage, the booster will flip its orientation and begin heading back to Earth with a short boost back burn, while simultaneously, the second stage MVAC engine will ignite for the first time, followed quickly by fairing separation.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed.
Confirmation of MECO and stage SEP.
And back ignition.
Good call-outs that we've had
Stage
SES1
boost back startup.
and boost back burn startup.
Fairing separation confirmed.
So we've heard those call-outs for those 6 events that happened back-to-back and got great views of several of them. That was MECO, Stage SEP, S1 Flip, SES1, Boost Back Burn Start, and Fairing Separation. We will be attempting to retrieve those fairing halves again today once they fall back to Earth, using our recovery vessel, Go Beyond. Next up, we're listening to hear that we've completed our boost back burn.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
Right on schedule. We are just about T plus 3 minutes and 28 seconds into today's mission, and the next critical milestone we're tracking is T plus 6 minutes and 42 seconds, when we expect to have some great views of the first stage's entry burn. For the entry burn, we relight 3 of the M1D
Both vehicles
engines.
remain on a nominal trajectory.
There we hear that Falcon 9 remains on a nominal trajectory. For the entry burn, first we will relight the center E9 engine, followed shortly after by E1 and E5, which slows down the vehicle as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. Great views on your screen right now of Stage 1 and those grid fins as the booster heads back to Earth. We relight those engines to slow down and reduce re-entry forces, which ultimately helps us recover and reuse the first stage. During the entry burn, Falcon 9 is decelerating by firing those Merlin engines, but we're still moving really fast. This causes the vehicle to fly through Merlin's exhaust gases, also called the rocket's plume. And this deposits a layer of soot on the vehicle's surface, which is why our flight-proven vehicles tend to look so toasty. That soot comes from the carbon-based fuel that Falcon 9 uses. Now, as a quick reminder, at the request of some of our customers, we won't be showing any views of our payloads today. Live coverage will end after the first stage landing and successful shutdown of MVAC's first burn. Just about a minute and a half until we expect to hear the call out that entry burn has begun. Those grid fins on your screen are the primary mechanical mechanism that we use to steer the booster on its way back to Earth. Interestingly, even though they look quite small next to Falcon 9, they are about 4 by 5 feet, so about as large as a coffee table. Of course, we reuse our boosters and fairings here at SpaceX because reusability is a key to lowering the cost of spaceflight, which enables more investments in critical scientific research. Again, the Falcon 9 first stage supporting today's mission is about to perform this entry burn for the 17th time. Great views of the coast of California beginning to come onto your screen now.
Stage 1 entry burn.
Confirmation of entry burn startup. On your screen right now, you have 2 views of our first stage, one from our onboard camera on the left, and on the right-hand side, you can watch that landing as we come back toward landing zone 4 at Vandenberg Space Force Base.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Confirmation of entry
STS
burn
has
end.
saved.
The Merlins on board the first stage are optimized for sea level. These achieve about 190,000 pounds of thrust during both ascent and descent, while the MVAC engine is optimized to operate in space, producing 220,500 pounds of thrust in vacuum. Coming up next, we'll shut down our MVAC engine on the second stage, followed quickly by our landing burn on the first stage. And as a reminder, we are targeting a land landing at landing zone 4 at Vandenberg Space Force Base today, which is just west of our launch pad.
Stage 1 transonic.
Stage 2 STS has saved.
Beautiful views
Stage 1
there,
landing burn.
and confirmation that we have begun our landing burn. We're now waiting for Falcon to land back at landing zone 4.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And there you have it.
Stage
That
1
marks
landing confirmed.
SpaceX's 250th recovery of an orbital-class rocket, including first-stage landings for Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy. While the mission isn't over just yet, as a reminder, we won't be showing any second-stage views today, and therefore we're going to end our coverage here. All of us at SpaceX want to give a big thank you to our customers, including Korea, Space BD, C2L, D-Orbit, York Space Systems, and Planet IQ for entrusting us with today's mission. For those of you interested in learning more about today's payloads and deployments, please head over to our customers' websites for more information. We also want to give a shout out to the Range and Federal Aviation Administration for supporting today's launch. Thanks to all our viewers for tuning in and for your continued support. We'll see you again soon.